with Haunted Holler Painting, and today we're not really painting any miniatures. I might bust some paint out while I talk here, but we have Tyler from Imperial Hobby Paints today, and if you noticed the week before last, we actually got to test his paints out, and we're having him on here so we can ask him a bunch of questions and just chit chat with him and things like that. So first of all, Tyler, how are you?
Doing good, doing good. A little cold, but we're gonna make it.
Well, okay, I was telling you earlier that my wife's grandfather died. This is how bad like the universe does not want us to do this tonight. I got rear-ended about 2 hours ago. I was about actually it was it's 5 o'clock, so 3 hours ago. I was driving my daughter to trumpet lessons. I was stopped at the red light right down this
Yep.
road from my house. This lady was right behind me. Then all of a sudden she just boom right in the back. She had already stopped, but she thought she was pushing down on her brake and she was pushing down on her gas. So I was making a joke to Chuck. He's the guy who he's the internet guy for Troll Lords. I was like, "This is how much I want to do this for you guys. Is have him on here just so we could talk about this. I just want to do this so much." I said, "But as soon as I get off here, I'm heading to the ER. My back is killing me." He's like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, it hurts, but it always hurts." I've been in so many car accidents like that. It's just ridiculous, man. So
Okay.
anyway,
Well,
I'm
no,
glad.
no.
So you're in a blizzard right now, right?
Yeah, it's going.
All right, that's good. Now where exactly you're? Is it Portland?
Portland, Oregon.
Okay, so marijuana is legal there, ain't it?
Yes, I don't partake, but I know quite a few people who do. Yeah.
Nah, man, it's fine. It's a running joke. Like we live right. Me and Chuck live. Well, Chuck actually lives in Virginia, like southwest Virginia, and I live in
Okay.
northeast Tennessee. So like, I could spit into Virginia. Well, Virginia's getting ready to legalize this year, and they're going and so I don't smoke, but it's just funny because our state's like we're holding out, and I'm just like, dude, you realize
it's
it's
right across the
right
river.
here, not even river, it's a street. I mean,
Yeah.
we have one city called Bristol, right?
Mhm.
And Bristol is on both sides of the state line.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
So yeah, I'm just like it's just nuts, man. So anyway, all right. So you make paint.
I
I
do.
find
We do make paint.
I find this very interesting. I want to know more. Let me get my chat window up here because I know people are messaging us here. Okay, all right, not yet. Nobody's messaging us yet. Okay, and I know we've got a few that are probably going to pile in here shortly because they do that, especially when we're like, oh, we're giving stuff away. They wait a few minutes and they just jump in.
The way you gotta wait a couple
Yeah,
minutes.
because see, we don't tell them when we're going to give it away.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, so they'll come in here and they'll be like, oh well, Daniel, yeah, let's do this real quick. Let me send Dale a message. Because he can't get on chat with us, so I'm going to. There's about 6 people watching right now, so
Oh,
I'm
cool.
going to try to get him. Hey, can you tell everyone that they need to be in here to win shit? Oh, and I'm wearing my Jesus shirt. Stuff. Sorry, Christians can talk that way. Anyway, so all right. Let's go back to my list. I do have a list of questions, and if you have questions for me, just let me know, man.
I
So,
will. I will let you know.
okay, that's fine. So I was saying you make paint. So you make
Mhm.
little black bottles, which is horrible to my color blindness, but it's fine. With a drop of red. Or is that red? Yeah, that's
Drop of
Hollands. So
paint.
it's
Just a
yeah,
paint.
just the paint right there. But so what got you into wanting to do this?
Wanted to make miniature paint.
Yeah.
I bought a paint set from a company I won't name, but it was so bad. I basically went, I can make stuff better than this
Was
in my
it
sleep.
was it was it this company?
I'm not. I can't see it. I'm not gonna deny or misclaim. Maybe. Yeah. Actually, I'm not gonna say yes or no to that, but
Oh, okay.
maybe.
All right.
High probability.
So was that your only time you ever bought paint before like that? And
No, I had good luck with Citadel. I had good luck with Vallejo. I was, but where I can buy them here, I'm paying like $8 for Citadel. I'm paying $7.50 for Vallejo. Welcome to Oregon, man.
really? Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay. So okay, I will say Citadel here. The little paint pots,
yeah,
right?
the
The little ones run me
these ones.
run me $4 and 25 cents. Okay.
Okay,
Vallejo bottles are $3.29 after tax.
let's see. Hold on here. All right, let's
Hey,
take a look.
Sardis Spell Miser, we're gonna eventually have a drawing here shortly for some cool stuff. So you
Yeah, I
stay in here
paid
and keep chatting with us.
$8.50 for that.
I paid $3 for that,
Okay, I don't want to hear it. All right, I'm getting gypped. I get it.
and that's at the comic shop, man, the gaming store. That's where it's expensive. And of course I got Army Painter here because Army Painter. For I do paint and takes. I've probably talked about
Hmm.
this before at conventions, and Army Painter usually sends me either they'll send me a bunch of beginner sets or they'll send me a couple of the mega sets.
Yeah.
And so what I normally do is if I've already got the paint, I just I take and give it away at the convention. So like at the end of the like they'll give me stuff to like to raffle, not raffle, but to like I'll have a contest like at Gary Con. I usually get one of the Gygaxes. Do you know who the Gygaxes are?
Yes.
Okay, I usually get one of the Gygaxes to judge. Okay,
Okay.
and so what's funny is like um I'll sit there and I'll have adults painting, and I had this one guy that came in and like this is when Army Painter just released their D&D sets,
Hmm.
and this guy sits there and he starts painting. I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm telling everybody about the Army Painter method and how to get it, and 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 I was like, oh, you're doing pretty good. He's like, yeah, yeah. And I was like, well, everybody, we're gonna have a contest at the end of the con. If you want to write your name on this card and stick it with double-sided tape, your miniature here, then we'll have one of the Gygaxes judge it, and then, and mostly it's kids because parents like to
Right.
drop the kids off with me. And so like this guy's like, I'll do that. I was like, okay, and then, um, and I was sitting there, and then like he left, and his buddy got up and said, "You realize he's the pro painter for Joe. What's his name? Can't remember his last name right now. The guy, the D&D ambassador, Joe Richman, the actor. You know who I'm talking about.
Sure.
Yeah,
10 out of 10.
yeah, yeah,
Always.
yeah. But I was like, oh, okay. So I put his aside. I marked it with a little star, and then I got one of the Gygaxes down there, and I was like, listen. And they're like, yeah, I said, all these were painted by kids. This guy's a professional painter. They're like, well, this kid over here wins.
Right.
So it's just funny. It's just, but things like that is what they normally do. But uh, it's just, their paints are kind of iffy. I will give them that. Like, when you get the Army Painter paint, especially if it's been sitting on the shelf for a while, because they love pigment. They love their
Yeah.
pigment, but
It's good pigment when it's fresh.
sitting down in the bottom of the thing. So I've literally taken a cheap Dremel for Harbor Freight, right? And I took an
Yeah, good one.
old airbrush needle and put it in the chuck. I shove it down there, and I have
Mhm.
to mix that up before I can even use my vortex mixer just to mix the paint for the Army Painter paints. And so like I've yet to have to mix this on the vortex. It's like if everybody doesn't know, this has a liquid pigment in it, so therefore it doesn't really separate from the medium. And I threw agitators in there, and I realized it was a mistake. Okay, I was like, I'm gonna throw some agitators. There might be something that I'm missing, and 9 out of 10 times my agitators just clog the nozzle.
It happens.
So you want to tell us a little bit about that?
About what? Our paint,
Yeah,
or
yeah, your paint, how awesome it is.
it's pretty great. That's the only thing I've used since I've made it, so I'm doing pretty good.
Okay. So
Usually,
so
the only go ahead.
I know I was just go ahead.
Yeah, I think all our colors cover really well for what they are.
Hmm.
Uh, we kind of set out with a journey to kind of just make the best thing we could possibly make, and that was kind of the way we did it. Because we don't want to make something that's like half baked just to
Oh
get
yeah.
a price point.
Oh yeah. That
We'd rather have it be to the best of our ability than something that's like, it's paint.
yeah.
It'll go on your model.
Well, I've been playing around with it, and you said you usually base coat in white, right? Like
Oh well, yeah,
your primer in white. So I figured it was somewhat formulated for more using whites and things like that. But like,
yeah. I've had my buddy does all of his base coats in black. The orc player, and he says the higher because he does orcs. The
yeah,
alchemist slime works decently for the skin.
yeah, yeah.
That's it.
So yeah, and I've been playing around with. I've been treating it more kind of almost like a glaze.
Yeah,
Um,
it is fairly thin.
yeah. So like I've been working on this guy here this week. I haven't had to put a lot of time on him. And what I ended up doing with him is I did a sorry underpainting. Crap,
Mm-hmm.
out of focus. Here, put it over my head. Let's see right there. Anyway, I did an underpainting, which is the process of usually you do a zenithal highlight, but I didn't even do the zenithal highlight this time. I just did white, and then I took your high noon shade, and I actually shot that through the airbrush. And
Yep.
I loved doing that with shades because it uses very little shade. Uh, Mimnor, we're talking about Imperial hobby paints. I have Tyler here. He is the creator of this paint brand, and he is the guy who sits there and makes it in his paint factory in his living room. I guess I don't know if it's in your garage or your living room or what, but he sells them online. So, oh, okay, right behind you there in the closet.
Yep.
Um, but you know, because I usually shoot a lot of my shades, especially if I'm doing the whole model in that shade. I'll shoot
Mhm.
it through the airbrush, and it uses less shade, and it gets it everywhere, and then it
Yep.
still lets it go into the recesses and stuff. And I did that, and then I came back over it with a white dry brush, and then I just started applying those colors on, and I really like it. It goes on, especially on that white. Now I did put it on black. I did paint it on some black, and it wasn't that bad at all. I can't find that
Yeah.
model here. But I've been experimenting a little bit with it, you know, in between hands because I don't get a lot of time to paint at the moment. Like I got bored and I was trying to see if it would actually stick to Reaper because Reaper's paint is
Yeah.
formulated to stick to bones. No, but your paint does. That's straight up. I didn't even wash that model, and this is the only area the paint has come off on is his knee.
Yep.
And I was just like, I'm just gonna play around with it and um, see half of his face. Which face? My face or Tyler's face? Let me see here. Let me hold on. I thought it was getting the whole screen. Let me check this real quick, Tyler.
Nope. No worries.
Sorry, guys. I'll get y'all sorted out here in a second. This is my first time doing it this way. I gotta pull it up on my phone because if I can't really minimize all that stuff. Let's see here. Troll Lord Games. Can't see mine at all. Okay. Let's see here. Come on, commercials. Gotta love those commercials. Stop. Why? Oh wow, that really does suck. Huh. Hold on, guys. Y'all are getting ready to see the whole wide world. Oh, that's why. Dagnabbit. I'm sorry. Gotta come over here. And it's not letting me do it. There we are. Okay, hold on. Almost got it. See, I ruin the day all the time. There we go. All right. Everybody gets to see that effect where there's like a million things here. Okay. All right, guys. Is that better? Is that good? Can you see us now? Gotta give them a minute to catch up with us, cause I could see it here on my phone.
And we're okay.
Yeah,
we're doing better.
Yeah, we're doing a lot better. All right, again, guys, this is Tyler from Imperial Hobby Paints, and we're here to just discuss his paint and talk about painting in general and just have some good time. It's not going to last as long as normal. I'm going to tell y'all real quick. I was in a car accident today. Back's not feeling that great. I'm not going to cut him short because I really am enjoying his paint. As the last show, Dale was like, "I've never seen you this happy with painting with paint before." And I was talking to my buddy John. You know him as Jack. His real name's John. And I was talking to him because I hadn't got to talk to him about the paint until I actually used it. And he's like, in his Australian voice, "Well, Daniel," just like, yeah. He's like, "Well, how do you like it?" And I was like, "You remember when I made the jump from craft paint to hobby paint?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "You remember how much I like that?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "It feels like that again." So it's just like a new medium, and like, it made the hobby feel better. Like, it made it feel newer. You know what I mean? So I've got a bunch of Citadel over here that I've yet to paint, and I've got a commission in on the way, and I'm going to try to blow through it with the commission that's coming through. I've got a bunch of salamanders to paint coming in, so hopefully I can pull it out and be like, "Listen, Zenithal Holler." I do have some Turbo Dork I have to use, though. He wants me to use this stinking Turbo Dork. It's just their green shade, that the green color that's got the metal in it, and I was like, it's color shift. I'm like, what? Why are you gonna make me? I'm just gonna put it on one shoulder pad though, and stuff. So
Right.
it's like, cause he's like, yeah, just decorate some spots with it with this color here. And I was like, okay, whatever.
All right, whatever you want, man.
They're his models, but he's really not that picky. He's not that picky at all. So he's a really nice guy. I just hate putting them together. He never puts them together for me. Like,
that's my favorite part, putting the models together.
No. That's the most stressful part for me. So I'm just sitting there like scraping stuff and filing it, and I got my glues, and my wife's like, "That stinks." I'm trying to do it in the living room and stuff like that. So we're talking though. You make it what? Everything's in the closet behind you there, in the Amazon boxes.
Not those are the finished bottles. Everything else is somewhere else right now. But yeah, we basically take our resin and then we mix it with our formulas and pigment ratios and then just kind of make the colors happen.
Okay.
We are working on a new set. We're gonna do probably 56 more colors coming up once we hit the amount of money we need to actually launch it.
Have you thought about doing a Kickstarter on that?
We've talked about it. We're going to talk about it more on Saturday to actually crunch the final numbers and get that all taken care of. But I can actually pull out. I've done 3 new colors. I've done a bright red, a bright yellow, and a bright blue.
How opaque are they?
They're nice.
Oh,
real nice.
Man. See, my colors I hate are white, yellow, green, and red.
Okay.
I can never. I've went out and bought. I've got every army color red or army painter red. I've gotten every dang white that I can get my hands on. Every yellow from Army Painter. Every yellow from Citadel. I used tricks like I primered anything I had to paint in yellow. I primer it gray first. just so
Well,
it,
that's just a good tip all around,
yeah.
even if you're painting your house.
Well, and then like it's just that I I don't know if you've ever seen War Colors. War Colors makes a set of
They make
paints.
yeah, they make us. RV Painter makes a lot.
Well, War
They're-
Colors makes these. They're from Greece, and they make these paints called one coats,
Yeah,
and they're
any
supposed to go
good?
on in one coat. Guess what? They don't.
2 coats.
No, three, four. I've actually had to put 4 or 5 coats of yellow on to get it to without streaking, and that's to the airbrush. That's one of the reasons why I got into airbrushing was just
Mhm.
so I can get an even coat of yellow.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a dude. I used to do. I don't know if you ever heard of Game Science Dice. They make D&D dice. They've been making them for like 50 years now.
Okay.
The general manager, he plays like a lot of orcs and snotlings and all this other stuff, and I paint all his Blood Bowl stuff and things like that. And he's obsessed with the Miami Dolphins, Wisconsin. Oh, Green Bay Packers. Sorry, it's
Oh,
Green Bay
Green Bay
Packers.
Packers and Miami Dolphins. Wow, those are two polar opposite
Oh my
teams. But
gosh!
okay.
Especially when I'm painting like Gretchens or orcs, like green, yellow, and blue, or
Okay.
green, yellow, and green. It's not that great. So
Not the best. Not the funnest.
hey Vic, yeah, yellow is the worst ever. It's like Tyler looks like he's getting ready to get something out here. What are you getting?
While you're I can hear you just fine. I know where they are.
Uh oh.
Just moved, so things are still a little bit out of whack.
All right.
But we got it.
Now, do you have a significant other?
I do. I do have a beautiful fiance.
Okay. How do they enjoy the smell of paint and the sound of you mixing paints and all these other things? Now, your paints don't smell. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying. Some people are sensitive to that, though.
Well, you do it
Hmm.
quick. That's my best recommendations.
Well, that's why I have the resin printer out in the garage. My wife's like,
Oh
no,
yeah, I heard
no.
resin is a whole different beast.
Oh yeah, it's horrible. Yeah, hopefully one day I'll be able to use those new colors you come out with. Let's see here. Okay. So now you told me that you have a special formulated medium.
Yes.
So your friend's a chemist, right? Now, not to give
Yep.
away anything away, because I mean, on the bottle it says vinyl acrylic. So I figured it's a vinyl acrylic resin.
Yep.
Okay, so pretty much people when I'll try to do it here. So like if you see on like most acrylic, if you think acrylic is plastic, that's pretty much what it is. It's a vinyl plastic. So you can see it. Well, not really, but you can peel it off and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
this isn't his paint. This is like craft paint. But the so literally what you're doing with your paint is you're putting down a layer of plastic. And it not like plastic in the sense like we think it is. Like different
Right.
things can be considered plastic and stuff like that. I usually
Yeah.
try to explain things for people that
It's like a latex based,
yeah,
basically.
that's
And
cool.
acrylic is a acrylic in a general sense is like an acid. That's
Mhm.
how it bonds to the object you're placing it on.
Uh-huh.
The vinyl is like it kind of gives it that smoothness.
Yeah.
That's what helps with spread rate and opacity and all that kind of stuff is the vinyl you're using. There's
Mhm.
different types of vinyl in there. The acrylic is what really is like kind of helping a bonding agent for sort of deals. That's yeah, we can get really into chemistry about paint.
Oh,
but
I'm good with that. I mean, I bore like I did a color theory class one week, and I think that was the most I've ever had in the class. And like I mean on here, and I was going explaining the whole concept that it's our primary colors aren't red, green, and blue. They're magenta, cyan, and I can't even think today. Indigo, no. Yellow. Yeah, we'll just say that. Anyway, but I was explaining that to them, and they're like, "Oh," and I was mixing paints, all the stuff. Are you painting right now? What are you painting?
Yeah, I'm gonna do one side's gonna be our Elven Sunset,
Okay.
and the other side's gonna be the brand new yellow.
Oh, all right, guys. We're getting into now. This is what guys. I started painting this just about 5 minutes ago with the airbrush. So it's a big old. I did his underbelly in the Fugan. Is it Fugan orange?
Fiannan.
Orange, and then I mixed that up with the where was it? It's the purple. It's the cloak, the mystic cloak. So I started mixing it up into there with the mystic cloak. So I'm gonna go in and work on it this week and try to finish him up here.
That's nice.
So yeah, I enjoy doing stuff like that. So, but yeah, it's just if you could break the horribleness of yellow paint, dude, I'm never switching. So
I have it on a model here. Let's see how good it shows.
okay, put your hand behind it. Okay, so the model's right side, that's really bright. The line, is that a lion or what is that?
It's half a gore. The
Okay.
head's missing.
No, I meant like is that or bones on his chest? Is the right side the new yellow?
So my left,
Yeah.
old yellow, Elven Sunset,
Okay.
and the new one.
Okay. Now, have you put it over black yet?
I actually am just about to do that. So
Guys,
we'll get a real test.
Everybody in chat, go ahead and if you can, let all your friends know that we're going to have a raffle soon. We are going to be giving away a PDF of your choice at Trollord Games. So what we'll end up doing is whoever wins is we'll just need you to contact Chuck through Discord or contact me, and I will contact Chuck, and we will get you the code for you to get a PDF. And then I do believe Tyler is going to also throw in some paint in the giveaway.
A couple kits.
Couple kits. And see, the problem is I can't win.
You could try.
Nah, it's all right, because I'm the one that has to pick, and they'll be like, listen, Daniel, you can't win this because you are the one rolling the thing for it. So normally, I don't know if Chuck's in here. He was dealing with some family drama, but he was supposed to. He's the one that runs the raffle bot, so I'll have to actually like write down their names and roll a die.
Oh, very nice.
It's like, great, thanks, Chuck. Get on it, Vic. Let's see what Dale's saying. Oh, he ain't said nothing.
Yeah, but the pigment, it's a liquid-based pigment. It's for my industry fairly standard, but most people not so much.
So wait, what do you do? What's your day job? If you don't mind me asking.
I work at a paint company.
Well, see, that's what my dad did. So, let's see here. Let me, like industrial paint or.
We do a little everything.
Okay, so my dad was, he started out. We have a large chemical company here. You probably heard of Kodak, right?
Oh yeah.
Have you ever heard of Eastman? Eastman Chemical.
Actually, I have.
So that's where I'm at. So my dad worked for the construction company that worked for Eastman growing up.
Okay.
And he had a photographic memory.
Oh, nice.
And, see, I have one too, except I have bad eyes. So
you don't have all the film. That's what you're saying.
Yes, but no. So he started reading. He was doing construction, and he started reading chemistry books. And so he would remember all this stuff, and it would also go with he learned everything he could about paint. So he ended up working for Bechtel, and he was the guy that they would send all over the world to set up all these plants as far as their painting coatings. He was a specialty coatings inspector. You
Hmm.
know, he'd do what's called a holiday detection and all this other stuff, and he was their expert in flash fires and stuff like that afterwards. But
Hmm.
he ended up, before he passed away, he was the VP of metallurgy for Bechtel,
Okay.
and but it all came from the fact that he sold commercial paints and like resins and floor coatings and stuff like that for a long time too. So it was just nuts. But I think that's part of the reason why I like painting so much. So
That's probably a good reason.
we've melted a couple miniatures trying to remove paint before, so it's fine.
Oh,
Let's
you
see
just
here.
use what? You just use straight toluene, right? And a little bit of paint.
No, the first time I ever tried to strip a miniature was with Dad's paint remover.
It didn't work, huh?
No, it just turned into goo. But I found out the best way to remove paint is LA's totally awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just throw it in there 15 minutes and you just hit it with a toothbrush afterward. It comes right off. I throw it in the ultrasonic and it just rips it off. Let's see here.
How about this? So
Okay.
on this side here,
Okay. All right.
we got our Elven Sunset. On this side here, we have our new yellow.
Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Well, see, and then you're also finding the fact that you did that on paper.
I did.
So
So you're
paper,
gonna have some pigment wash
yeah,
soon. So
paper does that. So that's actually a lot better than most. So I don't think I could have gotten any of my yellow. I think the closest one, and it's
well,
not
I can
even.
take a random yellow from another company and try to see what we can bring up.
Is it in
Uh,
a is it in a black case?
no, it's I won't do that. That's not close.
No, it's fine,
But
man. I like to give them a hard time. So,
but I'll use the one from Spain.
oh,
Uh,
okay, I know that company.
and we'll see what we get.
So I will say the only closest opaque yellow I've ever come to in real life, and it's not even yellow. Well, it is yellow because yellow is a part of this family. It's an ochre. Okay.
Okay,
It's Aveline Sunset from Citadel.
that's a good yellow. No, and
Yeah,
no one's gonna. Yeah,
I've used that as a base coat for a lot, and for the longest time, I had such a horrible time at washing yellow and orange until I realized they actually make an orange wash. I was just
yes.
like, holy smokes, guys! So, uh, sorry, cracking the back here.
But yeah, our liquid pigment works pretty awesome. You know, we keep it at a round of 50 to 60% pigmentation rate,
Okay.
and surprisingly, our resin can hold that. So
All right. So, well, see, now you got you're now it's like I just thought you're just some Joe off the street that decided to start painting models, but then I realized you're in the painting industry.
that's true. Well, I actually we started with I really like painting miniatures.
Yeah.
I like time it takes. I like building them. I like kit
Yeah.
bash. I like doing it all. And then I was like, but yeah, once I tried another American made company and it really blew hard chunks, I was like, I can't do it. I gotta do something better than this.
I think there's only one other aside from you and that other company. I think there's only one other American company right now. Um, I can't remember. It's Mount something or another. I can't even remember their name. So, and I haven't even tried them. So, I mean, it's just like one of those things where like I've got I couldn't justify it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they're my wife would kill me. You get what? What did you do that for? I was like, you know,
Well, yeah.
it's just this is what it is. So, that's cool. Now how do you mix it? Do you actually stick it in a can at work and shake it up, or do you use a drill with the spinning
All,
thing on it? Or
I do it all at home. So I
have you
have an
told your
aerosol.
boss about this yet? What did they say?
You know, as long as I don't take any of their customers, I'm good. So we're good.
But they make big things, paint for big
Yeah.
things, and you make paint
Uh-huh.
for little things. Just point that out to them.
Oh, I did. I did. We're all good. I'm totally fine. I
Okay.
don't do any of the mixing at work. I do it all home on my own hours. All the shipping and stuff just
Yeah.
happens after I get home from work.
Yeah.
Fun times. So here is the Spanish yellow
Yeah.
right there.
Okay. Yeah. That their bright yellow?
That is their bright yellow comparatively.
Don't look very bright to me, guys. Hey,
Uh,
so show me your mixer. You're getting ready to show it to us a second ago.
oh yeah, there it is.
Okay. So is that? Did you have that one built, or is that? Because I think I've seen those like that before, but
This
I've
is on
never
Amazon for $10.99.
really. What?
Yeah,
How's
you
it?
put.
The drill? Does it run off a drill?
Oh yeah, it runs right off the drill bit.
Oh
Put your
wow.
drill bit right in there,
Huh. That
and
is crazy.
it works pretty good. It's really made for aerosol cans, but you can
Yeah.
change it to fit quart cans. So
I did not know that. That's actually cool. Like, you know, I'll take in like if I need a large amount of paint for
mhm,
like say I'm doing a big piece of terrain, like say I
mhm.
wanted some Xandri dust. I would just take a card and paint some Xandri dust on it and run it down the Lowe's and be like, "Can I get this in a flat enamel or flat latex?" And those make it like that, and then it just reminds me of that shaking it and stuff like that. Um, what games you play, bud?
uh, what I got my Warhammer 40K
Yeah,
army.
yeah.
Yeah,
Got a
I'll play.
Thunderhawk yet?
No,
I'm printing one.
nice.
I'm actually
Why
printing
buy when
two.
you can print?
I no, seriously, I saw it. And I was like, I'm not paying $800 for that. And I go to Cult 3D, and I'm like, oh, this guy's got one for sale for $20. I just need to get filament. So
GW, I don't endorse stealing anything. Nothing else.
I know it's not identical. It's
Oh,
a
I know,
proxy, you know. So
I got you.
yeah,
No, I got my own custom made Blood Angels chapter. I got.
nice.
I do.
Space Wolves
I
here.
Oh, your Spacefuls. Okay, fair enough.
I play the puppies.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I need some.
Uh,
I need some of that Fenris Gray. If you want to make a clone of that.
well, I got 56 more colors coming. Hopefully, if we can get the money for it, it's all game. We're all going.
I had to clear this shelf over here, get rid of all this other
Well,
paint.
when it comes out, I'll send you some. You'll be the first.
Well, I'll use it here, man. I'm like, listen, guys, this is all I want to use for like the rest of my life. This stuff's the bomb.
Yeah, we got yeah, I do that. I play not a lot else. I got a brand new game. Got Legion, the Star Wars Legion game.
Okay.
I got
I
those
hadn't tried
miniatures
that yet.
built. I have not had time to prime any of them. So we'll see when I get some time for that. I just really just pick out cool models I like, and I'm like, I'm gonna paint this. I don't know what game is gonna go for, but I'm gonna paint it. I like it.
That's usually me with a lot of fantasy stuff. Like I'll go to, so I do play like, excuse me, I play Castles and Crusades, of course, which is a D&D like you play D&D.
Yeah.
5th edition.
Yep.
Okay. So, do you ever play any of the older versions?
No, dude.
Okay. So it's cool. It's cool. I'm in the OSR, like the old school revival scene. So like I do play 5th edition too. It's I'll run it for my kids and my Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts and stuff like that. So the Castles and Crusades is like between 2nd edition D&D and 3rd edition. It kind of was like what would have made actually more like 1st and 3rd edition. Because actually one of the people that worked on it towards the end of his life was Gary Gygax, one of the main creators of D&D.
Right.
And so he worked on this with them, and he created an entire setting that we're trying to get the rights back to after he passed away. The rights were stripped from Troll Lords. I don't work for Troll Lords. I don't make money from them at all. So I just do this because I like their company and I'm friends with all of them and stuff like that. So, but 40K, bold action. Let's see here. What else? Gosh.
What bold action do you play? You play Germans? All right, fair enough.
It's
someone's got to do it.
I know it's what I say. It's like,
What else are you gonna do? You gonna play Japanese? I don't think so. You know?
no, I hate that color of their uniform. It's so like, I don't idolize that,
No,
right?
you're good. You're good.
And my favorite war, like I don't like war in general, but my favorite war to study was World War II
Yeah.
because a lot of the technology that we have today has come from that war, and a lot
Right.
of it hasn't changed. Like I'm into ham radio and stuff.
Hmm.
It's all still the same stuff. It goes on there. Yes, Vic, we know OSR rules. but but um but seriously though, like, and that's the reason why I get a lot of flack sometimes from people online, like, oh, you play the Germans, you must be a Nazi. No, dude, I'll punch a Nazi in the face if I get a chance. It's
You gotta
just,
play. Someone's gotta play the team, right?
yeah. And
Who are you gonna fight? You gonna do a British Royal Expedition Force
well,
versus what?
yeah, what, more
Australians?
British,
Whatever.
Americans? We're gonna fight them against Americans. But
Right.
and so but I will say, I've never, like, I do enjoy Warlord stuff. I I want to play Black Powder, but I don't want to play American Civil War. I know it's a big thing to do because, like, it, it's just, to me, it's just one of those things. Like, I really, like, it's still like too fresh in our country's history.
If I was gonna do a black powder game, I
Yeah.
would probably do something kind of like in the time period of like Sharp's rifles.
Oh
That's what I would do.
yeah, oh yeah, that'd be nice. But would that really can be considered black powder though?
But yeah,
Because
they're
it's more
still
like
using
muskets. Yeah. Now I
muskets
would.
and rifles and stuff.
Sorry, I'm cracking the back end. I wouldn't mind trying to do black powder with using pirates and stuff. I think that'd be kind of cool. Like
I
doing
think
ship to ship battle.
ship to ship battle, I think would be rad. I think if someone made a game with like a skirmish pirate game, you just take over ships. That's the whole point of the game.
Yeah.
You're not there to blow up the ship. You're there to get the loot.
Yeah, hold on one second here. Hey Barry. So this isn't GM's tricks of the trade. Chuck didn't change my title before I come in. I'm Daniel with Haunted Holler Painting. I do the painting on Thursday nights, and we are here with the creator, the creator Tyler the creator of Imperial Hobby Paints. He makes paints for miniatures, and so we're interviewing him today. He sent us some paints a few weeks ago, and we got to test them out, and we really fell in love with them here. And just letting you know who's here and who we're talking to. We're going to do a giveaway here shortly of some Troll Lord stuff and some paint. So stick around when we do the giveaway. So, sorry, I didn't mean to. I have to keep up with people in there. I get in trouble if I don't respond to them. So,
Gotcha.
yeah, but ship to ship, man, that would be pretty cool. I think that would be rad.
That would be pretty fun.
Yeah, like pirates versus the English or the Spanish and stuff. Just the fact I want to paint a ship. Oh my gosh, there's so many 3D printable files out there for that, and there's like this one company called Printable Scenery. Have you seen their stuff?
I've seen a lot of stuff, and it all looks great. I thought about getting a 3D printer for other reasons for further down the company's road,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's you can get some really nice stuff now with
Yeah.
3D printing.
Now, I will tell you, I've been 3D printing now for close to about 6 years. Like,
Yeah.
really early into it. I was an early adopter. So, if any time you have questions about it or need help picking out printers and stuff, just holler at me.
I will let you know.
Like, I've got, like, this one right here is my daily driver. You can't see it. This one right here, he's currently down. I'm having some issues with him. Then I've got the two resins out in the garage. So, and one of them right now I'm calibrating because it was just given to me. I was like, well, okay, if you don't want it anymore. He's like, yeah, I don't want this thing. I never use it. I was like, okay.
Okay, I'll take it. Sounds good.
I'll take this Anycubic Photon S home. I'm gonna get me some Terminators printed later.
Right.
Nah. But yeah, I was like, 3D printing's the bomb, man. That's like it. So where do you want to see your company at in 10 years?
Well, the goal is to be the American-made. We want to do paints. We want to do games,
Okay.
models, eventually brushes. We want to try to just make it here, get it cheap,
Yeah.
here, That way, you know,
Well, now
as
I can
much.
see you mentioned like sorry, you know the I didn't want to interrupt you too much. We have talked about your price point online a little bit,
Yeah.
and if you do see their price online, it does look fairly expensive compared to some other parts of the United States. It's cheap in his area. He just told me he pays $8 for a bottle of craft paint.
Not craft paint, but
but
other
but,
hobby paint.
yeah, other hobby paints. So yeah, but yeah, and of course we have our coupon code people can use here, haunted with the capital H. They get you like 15% off too. Plus, you said you were going to drop the price a little bit.
Once we get Gen 2 funded and ready to rock and roll,
Mm,
and I'm going to say something that might make some people happy. I know I've had a lot of complaints. The black bottles will be going away.
I
We'll be
wouldn't
going to
compl- I
clear
wouldn't. Com-
bottles.
I wasn't really complaining about black bottles.
No, no, not you. I've had a lot of people are like, "Hey, these bottles are cool, but I don't know what's inside them."
Well, you know, this is what I've been doing. I put a drop on the white.
Yeah, yeah, I know. We almost did that with ours when we
Well, I
started,
mean,
but we're like,
I like the fact that the label I could write on it and stuff like that. So,
yeah,
and I was able to put a drop there. So, because it my paint rack, I'll show you here a little bit. Is on the wall over there. So that's I mean I look at the bottles straight on. I have to see the names usually because of the whole. So I'm red green colorblind, which gives me issues with reds and greens. It also gives me issues with blues, purples sometimes, and pinks and grays. So like me and my wife, Lord bless her, we were married for 3 years. It was Christmas time. She's like, I want this pink 80-pound punching bag from Dick's. I was like, okay. And I go up there and like up to this point, I've been painting miniatures forever. She's like, oh man, that's awesome, and all this stuff. I've told her I was colorblind. My dad had told her I was colorblind. I go get this punching bag, right, and I grab it. It's the hot pink one. I go check it out, bring it home, set it down. She goes, I said the pink one. I said, this is pink. She goes, oh my God, you really are colorblind. It now makes sense why our daughter's clothes never match. So I was like,
it is what it is,
it is what it is, man. So it's just like, it took her that long. We've been married for 3 years before it clicked in her head that, yeah, I really was colorblind. So it's just nuts. Now, you mentioned that you want to make your own game. That you told me that you're working on one already.
Yes, we are.
So you want to go into that a little bit?
I will. I will.
I mean, if you don't want to, I know
it's coming. We're working on some factions. We're working with a buddy of mine who's going to do some artwork for us, so we can hire someone to do the 3D modeling for us. I tried to do it for about 4 minutes, and I went, I can't do it. I just don't know how
I'm a little oversaturated
to do it. So it is. It's going to be a smaller skirmish-based game, fantasy-based. We're going to try to do a couple starting factions, get people started.
Yeah.
Rule set's going to come out probably sometime next year. We're going to try to get it settled. But that hopefully we can get stuff going in the next 2 years for the game.
Nice.
Right now we're going to focus on our next generation of paints with the newer colorants that work better.
Yeah. Well, that's what you're already started in, and you're getting to.
Right.
Now, when you talk about these models and stuff, are you going to go with plastic or metal?
Plastic all the way, man.
Oh, man, I love a good metal model though.
A good metal model feels good in the hand,
but it bends when it hits the floor. I've done so many models before dropping it. But what type of plastic are you gonna go with?
I'm hoping to use not a PVC plastic, but the nicer plastics.
Yeah.
I don't know all the bits yet. More like a GW plastic versus a Reaper plastic, or
Reaper plastic is hot garbage.
hot water fixes most things though. You gotta admit,
I will admit that, but scraping those mold lines, man, trying
not so
to,
hot.
yeah.
When you scrape the mold lines on those Reaper minis, and then you prime it, and you're like, shoot, mold lines are still there.
I know, like you sit there, scrape it, you sand it, and you're like, oh, okay, this looks good, and then you go back and you prime it, and then all of a sudden it's blatant. It's like staring you right in the face. It's like I just did all. Now what I've been doing is after I do all that, I hit it with a cigarette lighter. I don't smoke, but I keep lighters because of candles and
Yeah.
stuff. But sorry, Barry. I I paint Reaper Barry just for tabletop stuff. And I play it, but like if I'm doing a really nice model, I've got to have a higher grade plastic because it's hard to work with that Reaper plastic and getting around the fingertips and stuff like that. Even the WizKids plastic is just as bad. It's a little bit better now, but I'll hit those mold lines with the lighter because all those little fibers that come off of it from scraping it, if you can't get them all off, it'll actually melt it in a little bit. See, but it's like Citadel's plastic. You can go in and hit it with like you scrape it, you sand it, and then what I normally do with that is I go get some 100% acetone, and I get a natural fiber brush or a Q-tip, and I put some of that on there, and then I run that over the area where the mold line was. And
Right.
that smooths it back out because acetone will affect their plastic. I've actually used acetone as glue for Citadel stuff. So now you were also talking about making paintbrushes.
Eventually, yeah. My plan is to hopefully have just every aspect of the hobby you need.
Yeah.
We want to be able to help you guys out with it. The price points I'm gonna try to hit is I want to be able to sell you a box of models, a box of 10 models for like $30 versus 60, 65, $70.
Yeah, I mean, like good starter kits with brushes included and stuff like that.
Well, paint kits, our next gen paint kit, we're gonna do a starter kit. We're gonna do a couple more 9 bottle kits of just specific colors. Our starter kit, I'm hoping to do a couple flesh tones, a couple blues, couple reds, couple yellows, greens,
Browns.
kind of browns. Maybe do 2 browns. We're gonna do a yellow base brown. We're gonna do a green base brown, and see where that goes.
What about doing? I think your black is it seems a bit neutral, so I think it's more of a blue black, or was it a?
It is a blue black. We could do a more of a charcoal with a brown base black.
Yeah.
That probably could help. But we're gonna do 20 colors.
Okay.
And Daniel, we liked your idea of a wash medium versus a just washes.
So I don't know.
I had one guy who did review for me say he loved our black high noon shade.
Yeah.
And I like it. It goes in the recesses well, but I can see where people might want a brown wash or a more of a gold wash.
Yeah. And so so there's nothing wrong with the black wash. I love black washes, okay? And your paint takes wash very well because your paint is not a flat paint.
It's more of a matte.
Yeah, and so like a flat paint, if you put a wash on it, it just absorbs into the paint. And with a matte paint, it will absorb a little bit, but that's when it will flow into the recesses. Now, if you really just wanted to go into recesses, you got to do a high gloss and get that. But people, what we're talking about is like right now, they have a wash, and it's called, I've got it here somewhere.
High noon shade.
Yeah, I know. It's
high noon.
Let me find it here. I can keep them all in the one box here.
Yeah.
So it's in here somewhere. I got it in here. I got like 2 or 3 of them. So I'm not going to run out anytime soon.
Good.
But it is a good black wash. It's over here somewhere. Oh wait, there it is. So it's a good black wash, okay? And so like as I was saying earlier, I was shooting it through the airbrush because it goes on better. And I'm not talking about his in general. I'm talking about overall all washes go on better through an airbrush. And people are like, well, unless you're pin washing. I don't know if you've ever
Right.
pen washed before. Now, on the show before, I have made my own washes here and stuff. So like this is my black. So and
Nice. I like it.
my mustard bottles here. But so but the reason why I like different types of washes, of course, is because like you could take your you can have one set of colors, but because you've got these washes now, you technically have a whole completely another set of colors because of the wash in general.
Right.
I say in general a lot, by the way, because of that, and like I've used the same color brown on like a model all over, but because I've washed it in different types of brown washes, it just looks completely different. Like it looks like it's maybe the same type of material, but like one piece might be older than the other piece. I have a red leather wash. Oh my gosh. I will try to send you if you could reproduce this stuff. It was actually sent to me by a friend who made it in the UK.
Okay.
And if I could find it, I think it might have the formula on it. But this right here, like you put this on here, he even had a lady flesh tone, and I've got it somewhere too. And it's a really good flesh wash, but it's mainly for feminine characteristics. And
Okay.
the but the red leather wash, you put it on leather brown, and it makes it look like it was a red leather shoe or something like you know what I'm talking about when I say red
I know
leather.
what you're talking
So
about.
it's just,
I get what you're laying down.
yeah, I really like it. But no, we were also talking. So the idea where you just get the medium, and then you get to mix your own stuff. So
Yep.
if you know anything about it, this is probably the most ingenious thing I've ever come across. Okay, and I've never thought about doing this myself, but he created say the first word, your metal base.
It's Sisychus.
Sisyphus. Okay, so it's a bright silver metallic base. And so what you essentially do is you take this and you want a metallic color, right? We'll just say this one company who is from the Swedish area of the world has created a full range of these metallic colors, right? But you have a
Yep.
bottle for each color. But you have this, and you can take like whatever, like this gray coat gray, and mix it together. That's not a good one. Neptune's Wrath right here, and mix it together,
Yep.
and you will get a blue metallic color because you mix these two together. And we did the orange on a model, and it was actually really cool, like right here, and it made that bronze colored axe for our Minotaur, which he dried actually fairly well. Check it out right there.
Good.
Yeah. So even with the wash, I was like kind of surprised with the wash because I wouldn't anticipate it because I went into it blind.
Right.
So and I was like, then I was like, oh wait, I can work with this. So but yeah, so like using their orange and this metallic, you can make gold, or you got the silver for silver, or you can use put a little bit more red in there, and you can make a copper and things like that. And so like the idea was, instead of just selling a bunch of different types of washes, why don't we sell a medium in like a big bottle like this that
Yeah,
you
we're
can
thinking about doing a 1 ounce bottle, so about double what you get
yeah
in the regular bottle.
yeah and then just mix whatever color wash you want. So
Pretty much.
that's what we used to do back in the day too. I mean, we figured out our wash medium, and then we just mix paint with it. But see, the thing is though, his paint is not like other paint, because when you're dealing with not these paints, but regular paint, this is craft, of course. You're dealing with a powder-based pigment and their medium. Okay, his medium is so, I don't want to use the word thin, fluid, better word.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't want to use the word thin. It's kind of like the
A little
moist,
derogatory,
the moist word of the paint area. But
Right.
like it's so fluid that if he would just, I don't know what you would do per se. Like I would mix just a little bit more medium with it to make it maybe a little bit of water, and it would
Yeah.
make it more fluid as a wash. Because we all know, like from my recipe, that I use water, 50-50 water to matte medium, and 1 drop of dish detergent. and that's how I make my washes. So, and actually, like the real rule for most companies too, they don't use dish detergent. They use another thing to keep the surface tension onto the liquid, because if not, you would get those Tide marks as they take
Dry it
and
out.
dry. Yeah. So let me ask this though: what's your favorite type of brush?
A cheap one. No, I use right now. I'm using the Army Painter Warhammer series a lot. I
Okay.
got for Christmas. I got these Rose Max artwork for artist brushes. I'm not picky. They
Okay.
just need to. They just need to work. I take
Yeah.
good care, but yeah,
Yeah. See,
mistakes happen.
I've been using these Element Games guys. This same
For,
set now for the last 4 years.
yeah.
So that's just, you got to keep in condition. That's the key. Is keeping cleaning condition and stuff like that. So let's see here. All right, we've got a few in there.
Okay.
I don't really. I want more. I want more. Let me get more people in here. I get messages here. Listen, guys, I want to give you stuff away, but I want more people in here so I can have a huge blowout giveaway. So, let's see here. Sorry, I'm going to Discord real quick because I get messages through Discord.
Yeah. If anyone has any questions, please go ahead and ask them. I'm here to help.
All right. Yeah, if you have any questions about his paints, go for it while I do this real quick. Do you have any questions for me?
Not really. I'm gonna have to ask what your methodology you're thinking was.
Okay. All right. Um, giveaway. So the key in my mind is to make it as simple as possible. Okay.
Well, the
Okay.
KISS, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Keep it simple, stupid. And so like, I think it's easier for people to learn more advanced techniques than what they want to give themselves credit for. So that's why I was playing around with the wizard the way I did him. Okay.
Mhm.
Is that I think that if we can do, this is just my general idea, is to do um, white primer. Okay.
Yep.
Put your wash on next. Okay. Let that dry really good. You want that to dry really good. Then we're going to do that underpainting. That's what I was playing around with. Is underpainting. Is like, so if you want to create a method, this is my method so far.
Yeah.
So I come from the world. I've started out painting like just slapping on at a wash. That's how I started painting. So I went from doing that to the Army Painter method, which was the block it in, shade it, same thing.
Yeah.
Then I learned the Citadel method, which was base coat, shade, layer, dry brush, touch up your any shade, and eventually I decided that I was going to do a learn the old school method of painting, and that is essentially no wash at all. You do it all via, and I learned how to cheat at it by taking and washing the model, but I would paint over the area I washed it with
Hmm.
the color I wanted it to shade to. And so, like, you know, like you would take your whites and you would shade them with gray and you highlight them with white and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
but for you guys, what I was thinking is that the again, primer it, hit it with your shade, dry brush it. Go back in those areas like the nose. Put a dab of white on the nose, up here in the forehead, on the
Yeah.
knuckles. Make sure you get those lines like in the wizard. If you look, I did really white lines in his robe here. I don't know. Let's see if we can get it to focus. Come on, focus. And then that just kicks out when I put the paint on top of it because it stains that down. So and we do have the dry brushing where it puts it out there a little bit. So and then just block everything in. And if you need to go back and put a wash in some recesses where you make it aside from cost, is there an advantage of making your own washes? For
You can
me,
get
Oh, sorry. Like, do you mean as far as mixing the colors that he Tyler would provide you, or for me as I mix my colors in these huge containers here? The reason why I do this is I get a lot of commissions where I use a lot of. This is a strong tone clone that I made, of Army Painter strong tone, and this is my Nun oil clone right here. And so instead of me having to spend $7 on a bottle this big of Nun oil right here, I can make this for
A
literally a
secret
dollar.
bottle.
I can literally make this for $1 compared to this for $8. So, and I use that a lot, in what I do because I do a lot of commissions and I do a lot of terrain and stuff like that on the side. And but as far as like a beginner though, if you had the ability to say you're painting something orange, okay, and you needed a orange wash, well, you would essentially just take the paint and you could make it a little darker than like you would take his orange and put just a dab of red in it, just make it a little bit darker and make a wash out of that, and then you can wash on top of it, and you wouldn't have to like go get 500 more bottles. I mean, of course, Tyler would like for you to buy 500 more bottles of stuff, but
I realistically, whatever works works. If
yeah,
you a wash medium, I think is a great idea because there's many times where I've been like, okay, well, do I want to use my high noon shade
yeah,
and put black a wash again on this guy?
yeah,
No, you make up your own
yeah,
shade and you put it on your I on our Instagram I did a orange or slightly yellow shade and I put it on some Mandalorians because I did a desert base for them.
yeah,
And they're in the desert. They're gonna be
yeah.
dusty. What's going on?
Yeah, but I mean, it's just like, but oh wait, I suppose I mean, is there a noticeable difference between commercial versus homemade in the fine? Okay, the noticeable difference that you're gonna see in between the two, okay, is when you first a homemade wash, okay, when you first get it out, it's gonna look brown. I mean, like instead of looking black, it's going to look gray. And it's only because your median is white until it dries. I don't know how the commercial guys get a clear median. You might know that since you are in the painting industry. I can't get any matte median that's clear. If you can find some, you want to send me some matte median that's clear, I'm okay with that. But I use the Liquitex matte medium for my stuff, and so like that's the only difference. But when it dries the same way. I mean, but you can control your how dark you want it and to how light you want it, and it's just you get to a point where you're just tweaking this stuff on your own and things like that. I mean, if you don't want to hassle with it, some people consider it a hassle. If you don't want to do that, then you don't have to worry about stuff like that. But a lot of more events, painters and stuff would want that very so. But again, going back to what I'm coming up with, but I think doing that with the using the underpainting with your paints would be
Mm-hmm.
like the greatest way to be like, listen guys, if you want a really advanced looking model, here's how you would do it really simply.
Right.
And so like I could teach that to kids. I mean, if I could teach it to kids, I could teach it to anybody. That's the thing. That's how I look at it. That's why Army Painter, I did so well with Army Painter for a long time, was that those, getting those kids to do the Army Painter methods and stuff. I am not going to teach you anything, Mythic Man 95. That's my buddy Zach, by the way. So, but yeah, so like he goes to Gary Con with me. He helps run the board game library. So we run the board game library at Gary Con too. Um, but yeah, I mean, like if you can teach a kid, you can teach anybody how to do it. And I think that it would be easy to do like maybe some videos on it on YouTube, and then
Yeah.
I might do that, slap something together for you, and be like, here you go, here's how to do it, really easy. But or I mean, like Army Painter just includes a piece of paper in their paint
Right.
sets, which is genius because they just give those things away. I mean, and people are like, oh, I could do this real easy, and then when they came out with Strong Tone, oh my gosh, the
Game changer.
to see how so many people were like, buying a $30 can, and it's literally this big and this big around. Okay, $30 can, of Minwax poly shades. But they have their own color, okay? And that's the thing. So like people started going out and trying to match it with Minwax instead of spending $30, they're spending like $6 on this can. But they fell in love with it just to the fact that they blocked the color in, dip it, shake it, set it over here, let it dry.
You're done.
Well, you had to
Basically.
hit it. We had
Well,
to
you
hit
have
the
some stuff
mat.
to do, but
Yeah. So
I'd be done. But
and I will tell you how you can do that. You can fix it. Is that you get your brown to about the brown that you want it, and then you go out and get you some green ink that is non-acrylic. It has to be oil-based to mix with that Minwax, and you put some of that green ink in there. Okay. Well, first pour out about half the Minwax. Okay, and then fill it up with mineral spirits. And shake it up really good because you want to thin it down, and then add your green to it. That's it. You've got strong tone right there. That's it. You just got to get like a walnut or something like that. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much this right here was brown with a little bit of black and green, and it dries just the same as strong tone. I'll send you the recipe later if you want to clone it for your company.
That's good. I'll figure it out.
So it's got that little hint of green in there. So, I'm trying to get more people in here. Zach, go drum up some customers at Game Church. We need to do a giveaway. I want to do a giveaway right now. You go get some people in here. So Game Church is our ministry. We have two ministries I work with. It's Jesus Loves Gamers. It's dice tray giveaway. No, it's not a dice tray giveaway. You go make your own dice trays. So Game Church, I'll tell you a little bit about it real quick. It's a video game ministry, and it's not like we go out and tell people like, some conventions you see those guys out there preaching, it's like, you're going to hell for playing games. We just go to conventions and we buy a booth, and we're just like, hey man, Jesus loves you, have some free stuff, and that's it. And we just want to let people know that God loves them, and we like to play video games too. So, and that's the thing is we do provide a lot of safe spaces for people to play, because instead of, I've told you how like I have that uplifting paint group on Facebook, the EMP Miniatures. That's the whole purpose behind it. We don't want to tear anybody down playing video games and stuff. We want to lift them up. Sometimes trash talking happens, but stuff like that. But the tabletop side of things,
that's just average, right?
Yeah, it just happens. But then tabletop though, I do it's called Inroads Ministries, and everybody meets at the end. And it's why we got it get started. It's like based on D&D, all adventures start in the end and stuff like that. So, and all it is we have a philosophy. It's a no preaching philosophy. Again, everybody's welcome at our table. We don't care who you are, who you love, your political affiliation, or anything. As long as you respect everybody, we want to provide a good space and a good place to play. And all it is we want to build connections and relationships with people, just so people know that we're there and they know that we love them, and that if they ever need any help, we're there to help them. And that's it.
Yeah.
And that's the way it's supposed to be. But let's see how many people we got in here now. Dagnabbit. All right, everybody. Listen, if you want to enter into the raffle, you need to enter into your keyboard !raffle. Okay? Normally that's how it's done with the system. But like you do the !raffle, I'm going to write your name down, and then we're going to draw in about 10 minutes. So your employees,
my buddies.
Yeah. So like are they do they I guess they game too, right?
Yeah, my buddy Sean games with me often. We play Kill Team, we play D&D, all sorts of games, really.
Yeah. That's cool. Does your fiance play?
Nope, she doesn't really play any games. She will read and look over and see what I'm painting, but that's about it.
That's my wife, man. Like she's played D&D like 3 times, and it's only because our small group is like, she's played once with me when we first got married, once with the kids, and our small group was like, Daniel, will you run us a D&D game? I'm like, sure. She's like, great, I have to play D&D again. But no, she's a reader. My wife's a reader. It's what she does. She enjoys. We enjoy the same TV shows like fantasy and stuff like that, and sci-fi. And she just reads all the time while I'm literally either painting or before our youngest came around, my painting desk stayed in the living room.
Yeah.
So I could paint and just spend time with them. But with him running around, he'll be 4 in April, and I don't want him reaching up here and grabbing like a X-Acto knife and sticking it in his eye or something like that. So,
Yeah, that'd be bad.
yeah. All right. Let's see here. Barry's responded to the raffle. Sometimes it takes people a hot minute to do this.
Yeah.
If they don't get in here.
Looks like Barry's gonna win everything.
Oh, I
Looks
know.
like
Yeah,
it'd be
guys.
easy dice roll. It'd be a 1d6.
Yeah. I'll win it all. Now this makes me mad. I'm upset.
It's all good. Ugh.
See, usually I have Dale in here helping get people in here. So, but so like, and people, I love people when starting new business, and I'm letting everybody know that I enjoy helping everybody. So it's my personality. It's like, oh hush, Barry, I'm gonna be in it now. I typed in raffle, but that's just the like Norse Foundry. I've talked to you about them. It's like I fell in love with their product, man, and I support them. I try my best to help them out, and it turns out they help me out
more than the other way around.
And I've taken a break from their stream for a while because they were wanting to redo the stream and put me on a different night and stuff. So I'm just waiting for them to tell me when to do that and things. But like I go to the convention sometimes with them, like Gen Con and stuff, and work the booth with them, and I get the nickname Dr. Dice there because I've become a self-appointed expert at dice and dice rolling and stuff, and because I've studied it so much. And then Lou Zocchi over at Game Science, as horrible of a person as he can be sometimes, like he's been really nice to me, and I've helped him out and stuff like that. He's an 80-year-old man that grew up in D&D. Like my oldest is a female. And she played D&D with me for a long time, and he had some this thing called Twerps. It was the world's easiest role-playing system. And I was like, hey, Lou, send me these. I want to look at them. And he's like, yeah, your son would like them. I said, well, I got a daughter that plays. He's like, she probably won't like them. I'm like, dude, you realize that triggers me on so many different levels right now. So let's see here. All right. Okay, we got. See now, Barry, you're going up against Sardis Spellmiser. Let me see here. I want to hit the Facebook. Let's hit Facebook real quick. But I'm going to do all that I can to help you out, man. I really enjoy your stuff. So, let's see here.
Oh,
you sound tired. Did you have a rough day at work?
No, not particularly. It's slow.
Yeah, you're like, I just want to come home and make regular paint.
Right. Right. I want to make hobby paint now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Did I just really kill that? Nope. You're my first interview, so it's going kind of weird.
Oh, it's all good.
Okay. There we go. Let's give people a few more minutes. Let's see here. So can you show me your liquid pigments? Can you show me what they look like? Or do you make them yourself?
We don't make them ourselves. No, we do buy it from somebody else.
You don't have to show me that. I mean, if you don't want to do that, that's fine. I was like, I didn't know if you'd be like reaching over for like a bottle of the Farrah Raleigh inks or something like that, but no, it's just
no. We get them from our. I have few distributors I pull from
Yeah.
to get the raw materials that we need to actually make our paints.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool stuff. If I find your way out in Oregon, I'll show you the
Hey, I plan
workshop.
on coming out there someday. I really want to come out there and visit. So, man,
You want to see the green, the goodness?
yes. All right, guys. Remember, you need to type in exclamation mark raffle to enter the raffle. We're going to give away his stuff in a few minutes, and if it's literally between you two, I'm going to be very sad with myself and never stream again. Not really. I like streaming, so I really want somebody to win. Oh, HS Colette. There we go. I get to roll a D6. Give everybody two numbers now. Come on, guys. Let me roll my D20 here. Let me roll this D20 from Norse Foundry right here.
Oh, we got another one.
Oh, wait.
We're still at D6.
Oh, okay. No, wait. We've got Barry. Let's write these down. So far, we're doing better. We're doing better. Let's get my notepad up here. We got Barry, and then we've got Sardis. I'm just gonna type in Sardis. I got caps on for some other reason. HS Colette. Wait. I've already got you, Sardis. Where are you typing it in again?
You see,
Obelisk Risk. Who's Obelisk Risk? Obsidian Risk. Sorry, Obsidian Risk. All right. Okay. Competition's heating up. Okay, we got 4 so far, so that's a D. I'm not gonna roll a D. Well, I do. I designed this D4 here a few years back. I could roll that one right now. So and actually, a story behind this one. I created this one. I stole the idea from a scrunched up version of the D4 like this.
Okay.
From Q Workshop. I just elongated it. Turns out, like one of my friends who actually owns Roll for Initiative Dice Company. He saw it and he actually put this in production and didn't tell me. And it's cool because I put the file out there for anybody to use it. And he finally came up. It's like, Daniel, when did you create that? And I was like, a few years back. And the reason being is because of another company took the design and tried to patent it.
Oh, rough.
So guess what? Because my designs were older than theirs, they lost their patent. So I was like, I put this out here for everybody, not for you. He's like, well, I was just trying to pay for my kids' college. I said, well, get a real job.
Yeah, go get a paid job. Come on now.
Nah, he got mad at me. It's just, I got frustrated. I don't like patents. I mean, like, okay, like if you made a chemical.
If you come up with the idea yourself and you do it, it's your own deal.
Yeah.
But you're just like, oh, that's a pretty cool tool there you made.
Yeah, and then they steal it.
Yeah. Right.
Well, if he'd given me props that, like, or like the other company, Roll for Initiative, there's this called the Arch D4, and so like, if he'd given props to any of us on his design, because he came out like a year ago, and everybody else said there's out like 4 or 5 years ago, and so like, but here's the thing though, because Arch D4 gets their stuff made initially, or not Arch D4, but the Roll for Initiative was getting their stuff made in China. Which is normal for the dice company, but he's pulling out of China right now, and I get very upset over China, and I'll tell you in a minute. But he's going to go and do full production in the U.S. So there's literally only one other dice company that makes their dice in the U.S., and that's Game Science. So, but the reason I don't like China, and I've gotten know a lot of people over in China, but on the resin and acrylic dice manufacturing, anything like HD dice, Die Hard dice, Wiz dice, what's the other one? Eudixies, all these dice that are coming out in China are practically done by slave labor. These people,
that's no good.
When, as a person who's buying the dice, I can pay a full set of dice. If I bought them in bulk, I get them for close to 50 cents a set. Okay. And then if I bought them not in bulk, it's just $1 a set, and they're still making a profit. And I understand those people, their cost of living is not as high, but also I've got videos of them making dice over there, and they're literally using lasers to engrave like one side of the dice because of their open face molds, and
Mhm.
so like the mask that they're wearing is about as protective as the paper mask that we wear for COVID right now, and it's a lot different when you're dealing with resin fumes and stuff like that because they're grinding that face of that dye down and that powder's going everywhere, and like these ladies are over there just pouring resin in their homes and stuff. And I know that I won't name the big Kickstarter that pulled over $2 million for dice about a year ago. It you know she realized how expensive it was going to be to get them made in South China because South China is, where those factories are at. She moved hers
Right.
north where the internment camps are for the Muslims, where they're using them for forced labor up there. So think about that before you go buy your dice, people. So it makes me really upset. And I see people arguing, oh, these dice are amazing. Well, I mean, the only dice I really buy now for myself are Game Science, Norse Foundry, Chessex, and Crystal Cast, because Crystal Cast and Chessex are made in Europe, and they're under really good conditions. Of course, Norse Foundry, they control their factory. Now, their factory is in China for a lot of their stuff. They're machining, though. A lot of their work's machining, and they keep a close eye on the people that actually make their products down there because you've got Drew. He would not let anything like that ever happen. He knows the guy who designs his dice is down in China, and he knows those guys very well. And Level Up uses the same factory as them, and then of course Game Science makes theirs here. And Roll for Initiative, I just became more aware of the whole dice world in the last few years like that, and then it's just gotten to me in the last year and a half. I mean, we like our family has cut out like American chocolates and stuff like that because of the slave labor it's used to produce chocolate down like child slave labor, and I don't mean to get preachy or nothing like that, guys. This is stuff that's near and dear on my heart. I only buy fair trade chocolate, fair trade coffee because I don't want to be a snob about it. It's just the fact that I want to make sure everything's done right. So, all right, everybody, I'm giving this
Feel
one
it.
last push. If you want to get in on this raffle, I would like at least to get 2 more people in here if we can. But if you want to get in on the raffle right now, type in !raffle and I will draw in about 2 minutes because I'm starting to really feel it. All right, Obsidian Risk, who are you? I want to know who you are. I want to know who everybody is here. I like finding out who people are because they need to come to my channel more often. So, all right. It's entirely admirable. Yep. Thank you. I don't do it for recognition, though. Like, I saw the videos of those kids getting the cocoa beans, and that just broke my heart. I feel bad about that. Oh, okay. All right. Sweet. I put this in the Gary Con group too. It's all right, Scott. You're exciting to me. You make me excited to be here, Scott. So the way I want to do this is, if I don't get anybody else, we got 4 people signed up for the raffle. I've got a D20 here. I'm gonna do 1 through 5 for the first one, and so on. Everybody's gonna get that increments right there. So I'll let you know, and I've got your names written down here. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. Let's see here. Okay. I wish I had the app.
Yeah.
Though.
For one of you guys, I'll give one of the kits away. You just gotta pick which one you want.
Yeah, you want the Mystic Portal one, guys. That's the one I like the most. I mean, I do like the one designed for armies, but like I like to do a lot of D&D stuff, so I thought that was great. The colors on there were pretty cool. But if you're into army painting stuff, then you'd want the other stuff. So, Sardis, you're already in it. You can't enter more than once. All right.
He keeps trying to increase his odds. It's
I
admirable. I
know,
like it.
I know. It's killing me here. All right. So, I guess it's time. It's okay, man. I'm just giving you a hard time. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying every bit of it. All right. So, you ready to roll? You want me to roll? All
Go
right.
for it.
All right. Let me move these paints out of the way because this die's heavy and I don't want to knock them all over the place. Okay. All right. So the number I received was the number 16. That means our winner is Obelisk Risk.
Nice.
Or Obsidian Risk. I keep saying Obelisk. Scott, you won. I think it's Scott, right? Obsidian. Yeah. So, Scott. All right. So, you see me on Facebook for my post in GaryCon? Message me real quick. I'm going to make sure I get all this information for us. Come on. Come on. And let's do this. If you see, okay. He's like, hey now. All right. Let me see here. Go to the, oh no, that's not good. Chuck says it pops up in here. Okay. Right there, that last post, that Discord post. First of all, go ahead and join that Discord, okay? And then, Scott, and then once you join that Discord, let me know that, and then I will find you there. And that's how I'll get your information for Chuck. Now go ahead and send me a message on Facebook real quick so I can get your address over here to Tyler. Okay. Give me a second, Tyler.
Take your time.
Wish I could send him a message. Oh, I can whisper to him. Oh. Well, did it whisper? I don't know how. I'm no good at this Twitch stuff. This is why Chuck does most of this for me. See, I'm a software developer and I hate Twitch, man. It's just it gets on to me. It's just so much. It's just like
You can always go with Mixer, you know.
Yeah. No,
That
I
Mixer's
get
gone.
more. Yeah. Let's see here. Come on. All right. You want to message me on Facebook? Come on. Come on. Everybody should join the Discord channel. So that's what you need. Okay, you've got the I will tell you all, he set up an Imperial Paints Facebook group, okay? I'm going to start posting in there. So the Imperial Paints fan group, if you want to link actually I'll have to link it since I'm a mod.
You have to link it, otherwise
it gets lined out. I know.
Down.
So we just started this today. I'm helping them out with this here. So so what this Facebook group is, we're going to start posting pictures of the stuff we paint. We're going to start talking about paint there. Here's this right here. You can come and talk about paint. We're going to get some photographs in there shortly. Not today because I am going to go upstairs and cry. And then from there, you know, you can come in there and just talk to us there if you want to. Hopefully he'll get a Discord set up. It's all about social media, bud. I know I'm putting too much work on you right now. I know. It's all about the social media aspect. We get the social media stuff out there going, and we do pretty good. So, that's I like influencing people through social media. So, that is one thing that's cool. I hadn't got a message from him yet. Come on now. I just want to make sure I make contact with him before I end the show because I want to make sure we get their information.
He won the thing. Might as well. He's got to get the prize.
Yeah. Thank you, Sardis. Let's see if he liked my post in GaryCon. This is when I go out calling people out. Like, I'll look in GaryCon, I'll look for all the Scots in there. Let's see. Oh, there's not too many. Just 50. It's alright, Scott. I'm old too. Oh, I'll tell you something funny. We did have, because I'm the only one that's not been vaccinated or had the coronavirus of my small group. And so I play with my life like that. So we had our small group come over for that. And me and my wife have a couple friend that is a lot younger than this by like 6 years. And my daughter had these two friends over from school. Like they come in and said hi and ran off to her room. And one of them was like, they thought me and my wife where it was. Now my daughter's 15 now, almost 16. Um, and thought that we were her siblings, older siblings, and that our friends who's younger than us were her parents. Oh man. Let's see here. Not got anything yet. Come on. I'm checking my message request. Got some spam.
Hey, pretty good.
Yeah. From ladies trying to show me their parts. I don't like that. I'll Scott, if you want to look in the Discord, this is my ID in Discord right here. You can message me in Discord as well. And send me a message on Facebook off of the GaryCon link where I posted that, and we'll get your information and we will get this stuff out to you, okay? I am going to end it here for the night. I thank everybody for joining us. I do have to pull out here, guys, because I am in a little bit of pain from the car accident today. But I enjoy.
Yeah, take some Advil. Go to bed.
I can't take Advil. It kill my stomach. I gotta take Tylenol. I feel bad. But yeah, everybody, thanks for coming out here tonight, and thank you for joining us. And expect to see more great things from Imperial Hobby Paints and Tyler here. I'm super excited about everything he does, and we just got really trippy on our thing here because I clicked on the wrong window. But again, thank you all for joining us, and we will see you again next week where we look at one of the other paint companies that I'm not too excited about. Shame. See you guys.